And we start with a 16-year-old girl taking to Reddit to complain about her mom. The title of her post, "My mom is an influencer and I hate her for it." She goes on to explain that every single aspect of her life is now posted or live streamed. Tony, moments can't be enjoyed naturally because the emphasis is always on getting the perfect picture or video. So we're going to start with Kenneth on this one.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We like to surprise people. We don't hear this side of the story too much.
No, we don't, but we should expect it now. Like, there's so, I mean, influencer wasn't a thing when, you know, we were growing up or back in the 60s when you were a kid. So this is where we are now, and I do feel sorry for this girl. I mean, like, yeah, kids are embarrassed by their parents all the time. I wasn't. Love my mom. Shout out. But I will say, like, these days, for an influencer, you got to be careful because we know, like, no matter what you do, you're going to ruin your child. There's a chance that you could ruin your child. And she's that mother. She's going to wish and hope for the time where she could spend with her teenage daughter. When the child is older, she likely will resent her like she resents her now. So it's not a good thing. I don't like it. Pay attention to your child. Put the damn phone down.
There you go. Let's get your take on this first.
Take that phone right back up. I actually kind of like this because it's kind of fun. I like to see like authenticity when it comes to kind of online behavior and stuff like that. I'm an only child. I'm a mama's boy. I feature my mom all the time on my Instagram, so much so
that she loves it.
And she loves it. Hopefully she doesn't take over that woman's mantle. But you know, so much so that when friends meet her, they're like, "Oh, I feel like we know you," which is kind of nice.
Yeah. All right, Tone.
This is
the
so
expert.
Funny. I'm going to take the bias away. Also, my mother's watching, so I would love to have her and, you know, put her more on my page. So, Mom, get ready. I would say that this is an omen to when I become a parent, hopefully. I will probably not try to be too much of an influencer when I'm a parent because, again, you have your kids, you're taking them to different practices, things like that. It can be a little bit too much of, you know, giving away too much information. When you're a single guy in D.C., it's a little bit easier to do that. But I totally understand because if it was in my situation, I'd be a little bit embarrassed too. Because my friends who help me out with my page, you can see them cringe sometimes. They love me, but you can see them cringe sometimes.
But they know what they're in for.
They do, and they love me for it. But I can imagine it's not easy to always have to be on camera pretending that you're talking about something or holding, you know, your dinner, you're eating a certain way. I can imagine that.
So a buddy of mine back in Pittsburgh who does morning radio, shout out to Big Bob from 96.1 KISS, for months I don't know what the deal was. And this is in the early days of live streaming. There was no like live stream websites. I mean, this guy was wearing a camera on a baseball cap, calling it Bobcam, and he was doing it almost night and day for months and months. And I think there was some sort of sponsorship, but at the time it was revolutionary. But I think even I used to be somebody who I would always post, you know, check in on Foursquare or Facebook where I am, what I'm doing. I remember
Foursquare.
And I just kind of realized like it's good to detach yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
However, what's worth mentioning on that regard in terms of the story, in Illinois, they've actually passed laws saying that if you monetize what your kid does and they make money off it, the kid, when they turn 18, is legally entitled to a portion of that money.
That's incredible.
So, and I think I think we're going to see more of that.
I think you should treat it like old school platform. I think they call it reality TV, where if the kid doesn't want to be on television, then they shouldn't be on television.
Yeah. Or they should make some money off of it.
Exactly.
When they turn 18.
That's a great law.
Right?